When thinking about how we can transition teaching skills and procedures online, there may be some challenges or questions that arise in how do we effectively teach and assess students from an online or from a distance. And I want to provide a few ideas or tips and tricks that I have gained over the years in effectively teaching and assessing students' clinical skills in an online format. The first being to continue to vary our content delivery. So where we might be in a regular lab-based classroom, we may deliver some content followed by some skill practice. Continue to try to integrate those concepts into your online delivery, where you might use a shorter 5 to 7 minute video to describe or instruct a technique, followed by a video demonstration. Allow students time to practice those skills on their own with who may be around. Continue to use multiple methods and modes of content delivery, so using graphics, using things like infographics to describe skills or procedures from a step-by-step process can help also reinforce the actual application of a skill. Having multiple variations of assignments so students don't just continue to practice and demonstrate videos would be another great way to have students engage in different activities to help reinforce skill acquisition. So one idea is to have students record themselves performing a skill, but have them describe to you what they are doing in that video at the same time. So not just having them perform a skill and assessing did they do it right or wrong, but actually having them walk through and actually create their own educational video, if you will, could be helpful. Having students perform different skills, so assigning skills to different students so that they become the expert on that skill, and then they have to teach their classmates from a virtual or a distance format. Having them all come together and share and critique is another great way to be able to teach these skills online, just as you would maybe in a classroom or in a lab-based situation where you have students working together in pairs, providing peer feedback. Having students record videos of themselves doing these techniques or doing these skills and then sharing and critiquing with peers is another great way to have students also continue to still engage in that social learning theory and still provide feedback to one another. Having more case-based application or case-based assignments can also be helpful, so we can increase the metacognition of students so they're not actually just replicating the videos or replicating the skills that you are demonstrating, but actually having them understand when and why they would be doing these skills can also be very beneficial, especially from an online format. Having more case-based learning, case-based application of these skills so students aren't just replicating a skill in a video, but actually walking through when they would use it, why they would use it, what they are looking for, and what that means in the overall care of that patient. Having students discuss confidence and where they might lack confidence in completing a skill can also help you as an instructor provide targeted feedback to where they may be lacking confidence. So where we might be able to see in a lab scenario where students are incorrectly performing a skill, we can ask the students, where are you feeling less confident in your ability to apply this skill, and provide targeted feedback that way. Thinking about recording mechanics can save us a lot of time on the back end. So thinking about things such as camera angle, where your microphone might be, things like that, patient positioning may be important to think about before either recording the video ourselves when we're demonstrating, or even discussing that with students beforehand so that they know when they're recording, we should be able to hear them communicate effectively. We should be able to see all of the things that they're doing. Their camera angle needs to be appropriate for the skill that they are performing. Those sort of things, presenting those to the students or thinking about those things ourselves before we start recording can help save us some time if we have to end up re-recording videos because of audio or video. Thinking about how we can be more effective in sharing or disseminating these videos. So there's a lot of resources already that are freely available, but thinking about how we might be able to use systems like YouTube to be able to upload videos and share links instead of having to download MP4 files to watch students perform a skill can be helpful. So discussing with students using YouTube to upload their videos and creating those as unlisted videos, so only those with the link can actually view those videos, can be helpful, so that students only have to upload a link to a learning management system rather than a full MP4 file that you will later have to go download and watch. Can be helpful and save us some time in the evaluation process.